Hey guys, Angel here. It's probably a couple minutes to midnight right now, or it is exactly midnight. So I thought I'd say hello because right now it is Witch's Hour. Just a little explanation on what Witch's Hour is. Witch's Hour is the time between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. every night, Monday through Sunday. And that is the time in the craft. I call it the craft, but it's either Wicca or witchcraft or paganism, whatever it is that you really want to call it. I call it the craft. So that's what I refer to it as. But it really is, anyone can like participate in Witch's Hour, but back when paganism was still like the main religion in the US or whatever, midnight all the way until exactly 1 a.m. They called it Witch's Hour, which is like the pinnacle point of every night or every day. Since it's from 12 a.m. to 1, it's like every morning. That is like the witch's like most powerful point in the day or the night or whatever. So yeah, they call it Witch's Hour though. So it's exactly 1 hour from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. and they pretty much, most people that practice paganism or the craft or Wicca or anything like that call themselves witches or warlocks or whatever it is you want to call yourself, that's when they do a lot of like meditation. They do a lot of their spell workings, or their workings are typically like things for health or things for like something, or like if they have a really big spell they're working on, they typically do like a lot of their intention adding and stuff like that, like putting intention into things during that time. They do a lot of like self empowerment and stuff like that. Any spells that they were doing on themselves, they'd probably do during this time or anything like that. So, or they just take the hour to just kind of like just relax and just be, in touch with themselves and the divine and the god and the goddess and everything. So that's typically what Witch's Hour was used for, or is still about nowadays. So I just got on and I thought that for this like period, next hour or whatever, that I would I don't know, just kind of like talk with you guys for a little bit, I guess. Like I said, I have like 4 days left until I leave Omaha, and I'm working on this like spell right now. It's not like a spell, but it's like an initiation ritual that I'm going to be doing into being and becoming, and just kind of like offering my soul and like my life and just me as a person, as a being in this world, into like the vampire life and stuff like that. I'm not saying I'm gonna go join like cults and stuff like that, but I've always been, and I'm sure you guys have figured this out by watching some of my videos, that I'm a little like different in that way. Like I like, not like but I like witches and like vampires and goblins and stuff like that. It's always, Halloween's one of my like biggest holidays, along with Christmas. Those are like my 2 favorite holidays other than my birthday. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing like an initiation ritual, and I'm probably gonna do that in like the next like couple of days. I'm probably gonna actually do that ritual. It's gonna be really simple. It's just gonna be the lighting of my candle, and I'm gonna light some incense, and then I'm just gonna say like kind of like an incantation. I might, like I said, I might do a little bit of blood magic. I might like I'll probably prick my finger, and then just like the little, all you do is you like prick your finger with like either a safety pin or something like that. And anytime you do any type of blood magic or blood workings, you always take like the safest precautions with it, because it is your body or someone else's body, and that is blood that is very necessary for life. So you just prick your finger, and then you just like push on it, to get the blood to come out of where you pricked your finger. And I'll probably put a little bit of my own blood on the candle, and then like I said, I'll probably just like say some blessings and stuff like that, and like offer myself as, you know, like an offering, kind of like, you know, to be like accepted into, you know, the world of being a vampire, and excuse me, sorry, and all of that, you know. So yeah, so it's not like it's like I said, I'll never like grow fangs or anything like that, but you know, there are things that like since I've been growing up and stuff, and I ever like found out about what a vampire is or anything like that, you know, like I've always, like I said, like these two marks right here, you know, they're just like they're just like moles, you know, like, or whatever, that are on people's bodies, but the way that they're positioned and stuff, like they always make me think like, you know, those look like vampire bites, you know. So I always, you know, think that if there ever were vampires, or, you know, back in the past, you know, that maybe somewhere in my bloodline or something like that, that there's like, you know, vampires or something like that. I don't know, it's just something I think. But so that's what I'm going to be doing. Probably the day before, probably the night of the 8th of this month, I will probably do that whole initiation ritual. I don't think I'm gonna film it, because you're not typically, like, it's a big no-no in the world of the craft and witchcraft and stuff. You don't film incantations, you don't film like actual spells and rituals on camera. Those are like private things that you do. You don't like your Book of Shadows is a very secret thing. You don't, the only people that you tell is like maybe your children when they get older, or, you know, or like somebody you severely trust or something like that. Like you don't, your own Book of Shadows or your grimoire is not something that you like share with the world, unless that's what you choose to do. You know, then you I mean, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But anyways, yeah, that's probably the night of the 8th, because today should be the 5th. So probably the night of the 8th, I'll probably do that whole ritual. So I'm going to, probably when I'm done making this video and all that a little bit later, I'm going to dress my candle 3 more times for the next 3 days. I'm going to dress it once, add intention, and then I'm going to just let it sit all day, and then the next day I'll redress it and let it sit, and so on and so forth. And that'll be the 3rd time that I've dressed it 3 times for 3 days, and yeah, and added intention into it. So, and this is, like I said, this is the candle that I use. It's just a little red beeswax candle. It's like a mini chime candle, but it's beeswax, and it's a little thicker than the typical like chime spell candles that you use. But yeah, and I dress it with this. This is bat's blood oil, and I mean the smell, like if you smell this stuff, and oh, and I took off all my fingernails except for these 2, because I just couldn't get rid of all of them. So probably in a day or so I'll probably cut these off, but I had to keep them for a little bit longer, because I broke this one earlier today, like earlier last night, and so I just clipped them all off, because I'm not spending money to get them redone. But this stuff, it's like, I think it smells really good. Kind of smells like a men's cologne almost, but yeah, it's just bat's blood oil.
Angel Sky.
That's my phone. But so yeah, so I'm gonna probably, I already like meditated earlier, since it's like midnight now. Earlier yesterday during the day I meditated. I sat outside with a blanket and some meditation music, and just sat there and meditated for a while, and just like, you know, just got to a sense of peace for a little bit. But I'm gonna let you go for right now, because yeah, we're at like 10 minutes right now, and I'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. It is 12 o'clock right now, about 12:07 probably, to be exact, and it is dark, and I thought I'd come outside and just sit outside for a little while. I only have like a few more minutes to add stuff on this upload, but yeah, I'm just gonna like sit out here for a little while and just, you know, I might do a little bit of drawing down the moon, but that's typically something you do like on SBATs and stuff like that. And an SBAT, just to let you know, is a full moon ritual. Every month there is a full moon, and once every month, which it changes every year what month that falls in, there are 2 full moons, known as the blue moon, or there is a side moon and a blood moon too. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit in quiet and just like listen and just kind of reflect upon, you know, my life and just the past month that I've been here and everything that's gone on, and just kind of just center and ground myself. That's also another thing in the craft, centering and grounding. Typically before you do any spell or ritual or anything like that, you either stand up or you can sit down or whatever, and you just like hold your hands like flat out next to you, kind of like to the ground, and you just like center and like feel all your energy come from your head all the way through through your feet into the ground, and then have it like recirculate through the earth and stuff like that and back into your body, and you ground yourself, and that's just kind of like stabilizing yourself before you do any type of magics or anything like that. So it's in order to get like the best manifestation or outcome of your spell or whatever it is that you're doing, so that it will manifest into what you wanted. So we're gonna sit here for a minute. And it's always important, just in general life, to just breathe, you know, breathe in and breathe out, and, you know, it's always important to just relax and, you know, keep yourself calm and collected and everything else. So, but, I'm gonna let you guys go for now, and I'll be back in a little bit. Anyways, guys, it's almost like 12:30 right now, and I'm gonna take the rest of the 30 minutes to kind of just do whatever it is that I do. That is just a few like pointers and tidbits of things that you can do during Witch's Hour, and those are also just some terms and things that are typically done in the craft and stuff like that. So, excuse me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Witch's Hour tonight or today, and I'll talk to you guys on another day. So, bye guys.